Hey Charla and everyone else over at SLE Green Energy. This is Brian from Lead Hounds, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can start doing to bring in more customers through your website. So I know that the solar industry relies heavily on door knocking and solar sales organizations. But what I've noticed in researching the industry and talking to a lot of business owners is that solar companies are not taking advantage of their websites, right? So what I'm going to show you is how you can use your website as your best salesman, right? And a much cheaper salesperson and not have to pay for leads one at a time. Okay, so I mentioned those 3 strategies that you can use to do this, but what's the goal of those? What are we talking about here? And that is going to be what's called buyer intent keywords. And that is basically a word or a phrase that someone is going to search in Google when they want to pay for a service. So in the case of SLE, that might be something like solar panels Dallas. So I went ahead and searched that in Google, and we can take a look at what we find. So first, as always, you got the paid ads, right? You pay Google, they put you at the top, but not too many people click on those. Then we got the map section, and finally the organic listings. And most of the website traffic, most of the clicks are going to go to these organic listings. So we can see a couple of the Dallas Fort Worth area competitors like Sunrun, DFW Solar Electric. But if we scroll down here, we're not really seeing SLE, right? Now we're towards the bottom of the second page, and realistically, nobody is scrolling that far to find a business. They're going to click in these top 3 to 5 links. So that means that you're missing out on all of the website traffic that's coming from searches like this, because those people are going to click on these websites. So you got to ask, well, how many people is that? And we can take a look at this tool I use called Ahrefs to find that out. So you can see right here, there's that keyword solar panels Dallas. And just that one search is getting 1,100 keywords every single month, right? We can go down this list. We got another 500 here for Dallas solar panels, another 150, 100. We got thousands of people searching for this every single month. And if you're not showing up at the top of the search results for these, nobody's going to go to your website. So let's look at where you are showing up, which keywords you actually come up on Google for. So I went ahead and searched SLE and Ahrefs, and we can take a look at your keywords, just sorting by the position. And you come up first for SLE Green Energy. That's good. But that's not going to bring in any new customers. This is probably, all the people searching SLE Green Energy are probably ones that you've called, right? You've done the door knocking, and they're just trying to vet your business, make sure you're legit. But all the new customers are going to search those buyer intent keywords I talked about. So if we scroll down a little more, we're not really seeing those, and we're already in the 20th position, or higher on the Google ranking. So that's like, we're getting to the 3rd or 4th page, and nobody's scrolling that far to find a business they want to work with. So let's look at one of your competitors. This is DFW Solar Electric. We can take a look at their keywords. So here you can see they're ranking towards the top, like top 5 positions for all these buyer intent keywords, right? Solar panels Dallas, solar Dallas, right? Right there you see over 2,000 searches every month where they're showing up at the top of the page. So how are they doing that, and how can we beat them out? That's going to come back to those 3 strategies that I mentioned at the start of the video. So the first of those is going to be the content on your website. And what I mean by that is what Google wants to see, which is about 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on your homepage that's using those buyer intent keywords that you want to target. So let's take a look at slegreenenergy.com. And the website looks great. I saw you guys hired, some pros to do this. But if we scroll down, there's a decent amount of content, but probably not those 2,000 words that I mentioned, right? So if we look at your competitor, DFW, we'll scroll down on their website, and they probably only have a couple hundred words as well. So that's actually a good thing. What that means is they're going to be easy to beat, right? If we just do that bare minimum of 1,500 to 2,000 words, we're going to be winning in the content department. Okay, so that's content. Let's move on to the second strategy, which is called backlinks. So a backlink is when another website posts a link that goes to your website. And what that does is it tells Google two things. Number one, that you're a credible business, right? Other people are talking about your company. It probably means you're more legit than somebody that no one's talking about. And two, it tells Google that you're relevant to whatever those websites are talking about. You know, so if it's a solar website that's linking to you guys, that makes it an extra strong backlink, right? It's going to give you even more search power. So we can see here that you have 4 backlinks. So that's a good start, but let's take a look at your competitor again. And DFW has 114 backlinks. So right there, you can see one of the reasons why DFW is beating you out for those top positions on those keywords. So what can we do about that? Well, we can actually take a look at all of these backlinks, go to each and every one of these websites, and get you a link from all of them. And on top of that, we'll also want to add 100 more backlinks so that we're making sure we're not just matching their strategy, but we're blowing them out of the water. Okay, so that's backlinks. Let's talk about one more thing, which is the Google Maps section. So I'm sure you've seen this before. You search for a business, you got the maps that come up, and then you have these 3 featured businesses. And these are super important because about 30 to 40% of the clicks that come from searches like this go to these 3 businesses. So how can you get in those top 3? Well, one strategy we like to use is called citations. And a citation is kind of like a backlink, except instead of going to your website, it goes to your Google Maps listing. So we can take a look at what each of these competitors have and make sure we have more citations than them, a lot more. And on top of that, we can go through and optimize all your images on your Google Maps profile, optimize all the different fields that Google lets you fill out, and that's going to help you start climbing those rankings. All right, so those are the 3 things I wanted to mention. Again, that's the content on your website, right? 1,500 to 2,000 words. That's those backlinks, right? We got 4. We're off to a good start, but you're going to want to match your competitor, add 100 more, and then 100 on top of that to blow them out of the water. And finally, getting in those top 3 spots in the Google Maps section to take advantage of that extra traffic. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope it was valuable to you. If it was, then just give me a call or shoot me an email, and we can talk about the next steps. All right, thanks.